Gentlemen and ladies, my client here has a failure to engage, and it is my duty and process to show you how she does. Today we're going to be taking apart subject A. Let's get the numbers down here. It's a Proficient audio system, a s88 powered subwoofer. Serial code S8800078402. And by the looks of it, it was given to me by a friend of mine that said, you know what, fuck it, I can't fix it. So I'll give it to you for free, or how much you want it. So I made him give me a case of beer, and I took it back to my house because electronics fees in the lovely state of California. So we're gonna go through her. We're gonna see what works, what doesn't, and kind of go from there. Come along for the adventure. First things first, always check the fuse. Always, because the fuse system is the first thing to go, last thing to check. And aha! That right there, focus, you piece of shit. That right there is a failure to communicate pixies. We'll do a check just in case to see if I'm in the money or I'm just jerking you off. But 9 times out of 10, I'm usually jerking you off. Jerking something off. Okay, so we're gonna check for conductivity, which should be on the ohm side. Let's get you a little bit closer to this side. Oh, don't want to catch the beer belly. That's frightening. All right, so conductivity would be here. Okay, that would be conductivity right there. I want to put this on a matted surface, something that's not going to conduct, when you're testing, because my workbench included is an actual grounding surface. It has ground to point all over the damn place. Come on. Aha! The fuse is blown. What a dipshit. Anyway, well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's take this thing apart anyway. So that's for an Amazon order. Maybe a fuse blew because it was just it was its time. And that could be a lot of things. So I'll mark that in the tag out and go from there. So basically, what we're doing here is we're grabbing the power drill and taking a swing at her. Now back here we have just a random assortment of lines and power, and this is essentially the fuse. Not the fuse, the circuit board. Circuit board is where all this kind of comes into play at. And if we do this right, this should have a seal on it, which it does. Good. So it's a properly awesome box. Now, did I miss a screw somewhere? Because I don't want to fuck her more than she already is. And if I can save her. Oh, she has double-sided tape on the side. Okay, I'll have to remember that. Double-sided tape, fuse, milk, coffee, creamer, chicken and steak. Okay. Hello, Sally. Well, told you she was stuffed like a freaking teddy bear. Hey, that ain't bad. I like that look. Holy shit. I think I may have found what went wrong. It's not a speaker system. It's a fucking Build-A-Bear. Here, let's bring you down into here. Let's see what we got going on. So check this shit out. Focus, you piece of shit. Come on. So we have coil down here, down below. A coilover driver, and then we have two of the same 8-inch subs, both left and right. I just caught you. And then all throughout here, uncoated circuit board. Focus. Uncoated circuit board with a shit ton of this fuzzy crap all over it. So it probably got hot and blew out. Because that heat sink wouldn't have had anywhere to breathe. I'm not seeing any damage. I wonder if this is... I wonder what kind of crap this is. Okay. Some MOSFET. Don't see any damage so far. She doesn't smell burnt, which is usually the first indicator of something went kablooey. The capacitors are still good. Let's check the underside of this if I can. I can't get to her quite yet. You're gonna have to go back in your holding spot. Okay. Where are you at? Right there. It is kind of cool though. I've never been inside of one of these bad boys. Never had the guts to. Oh, and we have a piece of. But it would make sense if you're going to cause a driver to have back pressure. You would want to fill it with some kind of filling to allow for a spring action. Okay, so that's a switch. The wires don't look like they got hot, so you know what? Maybe we got lucky. Maybe it's just a bad fuse. The board itself doesn't look damaged at all. Not in the slightest. In the words of Octour. That's better. That's fucking bizarre. I think you could do the same process with a couple things of bean bagging or something, on the base, but on the board, then you get the hopping action, what have you. Let's pull the board out as best we can. No, we can't because the... Ow. Ever have a steel rod land on your foot? Yeah, well, that just happened. Now, what are you? You are... No, you're just a... You're just glue. Nothing blew up there. What do you control up here? Okay, you control the crossover. Yeah, no melting. Nothing to blow out there. That is bizarre. So this would I need to bring you back down here for a second. Okay, this right here. This black, red. Okay, so that's that. So this is incoming, and that's outgoing. So this provides power to the board to let know it's on, and then this, the board itself, then provides input through here to drive these in series. Drives them in series. Or is that parallel? Fuck, I don't know. But I mean, relatively decent. Not the worst I've seen. Not the best either. But yeah, no, this will be great. The neighbors are gonna hate me after I get this thing fixed. Yeah, gonna hate me. So I'll have one for the garage and one for the house. Okay, so time to repack this bear. Now I didn't see anything wrong with it. I didn't see anything an issue with said unit. So I'm going to, as a precaution, I'm going to let this thing sit with a little bit of fluff on the bottom edge of it. Back into place. I'm just gonna pack it up on top, making sure not to get any of this shit on top. Making sure no electrical connections touch the stuffing, because those pixies like to go fucking everywhere. Is that fiberglass? I'll be itching like a motherfucker tomorrow or tonight. Either way. And then down here is where I want you to. I want you down here. So back to what I was saying earlier in the last video. Went through the testing to become a scoutmaster. And you know, it's ridiculous. Honestly, there's no need to teach some of these things. I can't believe the amount of paper pushing bullshit that goes on with modern day society. It's fucking ridiculous. You have people telling you about weather applications, about why certain why you shouldn't go camping in a fucking hurricane, for Christ's sake. I mean, everyone goes, okay, so there's a hurricane going about. What should we do? Oh no, we should go out camping. What fucking moron does that? You know me, I'll read a post in some random ass journal going, okay, 17 people were killed in a freak storm on the southeast coast, and then I'll feel bad because I posted that, and somehow I feel reliable for that, because I just now learned it. I just now learned that that's an actual application to become, a scout leader. And another thing I found out is you can't have a one-on-one thing. You can't have one-on-one with the scouts because they consider it a sexual predator move. Oh, and if anyone's interested, the new Boy Scout accepting Girl Scout things, yeah, I'm okay with that. It's a long time coming. I mean, I wish the Girl Scouts, stepped up to the plate and actually friggin' did something rather than sell cookies and well, that's it. They sell cookies. But Boy Scouts show you how to survive in the wilderness. They show you how to improvise, adapt, overcome things that are needed in modern day society. And it's well needed, especially if people are going to be, especially if people want to do it. I'm all for it. Will there be lawsuits? Most definitely. That's kind of inevitable in these kind of scenarios. I was talking with a representative last night, and they weren't okay with it because, you know, what if their daughter joined with a bunch of boys, and, you know, something happened, you know, pregnancy or what have you. What I wanted to say was, listen, lady, these kids are in Boy Scouts. They have no idea what a vagina is. They've heard about it, they've seen it in pictures, but how to use their thing down there to impregnate that? I mean, most of them still think kissing causes girls to be pregnant. Think about that for a second. Every time you hear the word Eagle Scout, with some naive, idiotic kid going, yes, I can earn merit badges. Yeah, but you've never touched a pussy. Side note, the orientation of the new scouting laws are going to be, there has to be a male troop leader and a female troop leader. The boys camp in one section and the girls camp in the other, almost like summer camp. So they're keeping that true to themselves. This is directly down from the BSA. I think that's a good sign because, honestly, as Louis C.K. once said, boys are will fuck shit up. Girls are fucked up, and, you know, the more I'm married, the more I realize, yes, I've been programmed in a way of saying. I mean, I thought I was running Windows, but apparently I'm running DOS. So I mean, it's kind of one of those things. So don't get your panties in a bunch. Don't get too riled up about this. It's gonna simmer down, because the Boy Scouts have been around since 1905. You know, a guy by the name of Baden Powell saw a kid in the street helping him out. So he founded the Boy Scouts of America, and, you know, it was something to motivate young individuals to, you know, serve and be good, and, you know, be better as members of society. Actually, the main reason why it was established was because men back in like 1905 in World War I and World War II did not understand how to survive in the wilderness. The Army, the Navy, the Army Air Corps did not give out those trainings, so there was some massive casualties happening in the field. And as a direct result of that, you know, more people were killed by the elements than killed by gunfire in most situations. Or what survival had a lot to do with it, and that's kind of how the Boy Scouts were assembled. It was to promote individuals going into service a correct method of environmental survival, or environmental survival. So that's kind of my rant for tonight. Any questions, comments, criticisms? I'd love to hear them. And if I don't respond, it's because A, I was too busy, B, I didn't care, or C, I just don't give a fuck, which kind of coincides with B. But sometimes I will respond. All right, you guys, have a wonderful night, and be prepared.